Another showcase came by and left us Silksong fans with nothing but dust clouds, disappointments out about in the sky, people grieving the loss of another hype train. Hello everybody, my name is Primacon, and today I want to have a very serious discussion about Silksong and what it could mean for the community going forward. I'm going to take you through a chronological order of my thoughts so that this video is comprehensible and makes sense. Let's go back to where it all started for me, which was the Xbox trailer we got in the showcase back in 2022. The fact that we had a promised release window back then, it quenched a lot of drama in the community. No one was really going hype about little things anymore because we had a release window to look out for. So that 1 year wait from 2022 to 23 wasn't as bad because at the end of the tunnel, we had a promised source of light. And when that didn't come through and Let gave us the infamous Hey Gang announcement, Silksong was very uncertain at that point. No one really knew what it means for the game. They really didn't promise another release window after they couldn't hit the last one. And we all got left with basically what Nintendo gave us at the very start, a big and dreaded coming when it's ready message. And lately we've got the Silksong store pages up and ready for pretty much every major marketplace out there, consoles and PC, you name it. And the game has also been digitally rated by IARC, which has been adapted across pretty much every major region of the world. And everyone is so excited about it. People are losing their mind about this little rating. Why is that? The only reason that's even the case is because, truth be told, since they told us they needed more time to work on the game and they weren't gonna meet the release window that was promised to us by Xbox, we got absolutely nothing for 9 full months. It was not till the actual anniversary of Silksong update, February 2024, that we got something from Let, which was basically just him saying that they're still working on the game, which again meant nothing. If it wasn't for that promised release window, if it wasn't for the fact that Silksong has been announced for a solid 5 years now, and if it wasn't for the fact that we had heard nothing from Team Cherry since that delay, I don't think anyone would give a shit about these ESRB ratings nearly as much as we are now. I don't think the community would be grasping onto nothing, pretty much thin air, and wild speculations about what a digital rating is, what a physical rating is, what ESRB means. Oh, it got rated in Australia. Oh, but it only got rated by IARC. All this drama. For what? And even if we haven't gotten anything from Team Cherry directly, I'm really happy for whatever Let is doing. I swear to God, imagine if Let did not exist in this community. If he wasn't drip feeding us whatever he has or he's able to, we would be so much worse. We would be in such a worse place right now. And he's a great guy. I even tried to get him to give me a little hint, but all he told me was to rename my channel to Milksong. Thank you, Let. Very cool. Getting back to the topic, now that we understand why some little ratings and store pages would cause so much upheaval in the community, what does it mean for Silksong? So far, 2 showcases have come and gone by, the III Initiative and Nintendo Indie World. Now, all things considered and truth be told, these are very minor events that really don't account to much. And yes, there was a lot of hope and cope in the community because of the recently revealed Xbox ratings. In hindsight, it's safe to say that a game as massive as Silksong wasn't gonna be showcased on such minor events. But the build-up because of all of the things I've mentioned has been so insane that at this point, it's very tough to deny it. And it's also very tough to defend radio silence at this point. I've always been a big advocate for not harassing the developers, and you should never do that. Developers need their time to make the masterpiece that is Silksong, and we should give them the time they deserve. But I want to talk about communication. The momentum of these ratings have built up so much that this is the first time in my life I'm seeing big game journalist companies, actual studios and event organizers meme a certain community, but not just any community, a legit indie game community. We're talking the III Initiative bait, IGN can't stop yapping about Silksong and hyping it up, all these AI generated articles about Silksong, those aren't new, but they're getting more in volume. Fucking T-Mobile is clowning on us, Opera GX, you name it. Because everyone knows how absurd the whole Silksong hype and wait and radio silence has got. Now coming to the point, what I think we really need is a payoff for all of this. That payoff being an announced release date. Putting all the jokes and memes aside, it's very probable that we are actually building up to a June reveal for Silksong. That's why we have all these store pages up, that's why the game got rated digitally, that's why there's so much hype around, right? Or is it? Because at the end of the day, it's all just community speculation. No one from Team Cherry has confirmed or denied anything, which seems to be on par with what they do lately, and we'll get to that too, because Team Cherry didn't used to work like this in the past. If it is true that Silksong will be announced at either Summer Game Fest or an Xbox showcase or just directly by Team Cherry on their YouTube in May or June, then let the fire burn for all I say. Let the community cook let people lose their mind? Because if it really is that close, then I believe Team Cherry has a lot of busy work to do. Why? Because I genuinely do not believe that after a release date announcement, Team Cherry will make the community wait months on end again. They never have worked like that in the past. Every time Team Cherry has given us a release date for anything, either the game or the DLC, it has launched pretty much within a few weeks of that said announcement. And I don't think it'll be any different for Silksong. The moment we get that release date, I think the game will be coming out within 2 to 3 weeks from that announcement. Now, if that is the case and that is true, then I believe that the team right now is busy with crunch. They're making sure their upcoming release date announcements, their trailers are all in order, they're making sure the game is all fine, all polished, everything is good. They're probably so busy right now that you and I can't even comprehend. They have so much pressure on their head. They have so much to deliver. I do not envy them. They're probably one of the most under pressure devs right now, if that is the case. But what does it mean if it's not? What if they're still just aiming to finish the game in 2024, just like they were aiming for it in 2023? Just like they were probably aiming for it in 2022. As you know, Team Cherry likes to work in a way where they always have a complete product built in a way that they can keep adding content to it or polishing the game. And when they feel like they're done, they can pack it up and ship it out. They have said this so themselves. So if that is the case, that they're still just aiming for 2024 and nothing concrete has been decided yet, then I really have a PSA request from Team Cherry to change their way of communication with their community. Because these events, like Xbox Showcase and Summer Game Fest, they're in planning for months. You don't just show up to them a week before the event and submit your game and have it showcased. Even with the III initiative, they told us how it has been in production for months. So if the game is supposed to be announced in this summer, in June, in one of these showcases, I'm sure that's already planned out and all done, and I'm not talking about that, that's all good. But if it's not, and I know these stupid Amazon leaks don't mean anything, but recently if you look at the Amazon posting of Silksong by Nintendo, like the official Nintendo posting on Mexico Amazon, you can see a placeholder release date that says 30th December 2024. Of course that's a placeholder, but I'm just hoping that it doesn't mean that they're just still aiming for the game to be done by 2024. So if the game isn't really supposed to be coming out this June and it's still up in the air with Team Cherry, they don't know if it's gonna be done or not, I feel like it's about time we repeat history and go down memory lane to take a trip back from the past, back in the ancient land of 2020, when Leth teamed up with the three amigos of the Silksong community, Mossbag, Rusty, and Relia, gave us some screenshots to overanalyze the fuck out of. It was a lot of fun. And maybe I'm smoking this, but I do remember Leth mentioning that he really liked doing those riddles. So if the game is still far off, I feel like this is the perfect time to bring that back. Because in my opinion, there has to be some sort of payoff for not only the delayed release window, not only the 9 month of radio silence only to be followed by we are still working on the game, but also for all this recent build-up that we have gotten. I feel like the community deserves that at the very least. And hey, I understand Leth is a busy man. He doesn't just listen to Silksong fans mope all day, he has a job. He's working with Mongoose Rodeo as well in marketing and publishing of Crowsworn. He's been attending all these Day of the Devs events and showcasing Crowsworn all over the place. I know he has a lot of work to do. That's why I really appreciate him to take time out to even respond to my messages and clarifying the whole rating debacle. But I say, why not take help of your community? Why not have some big Silksong content creators, have them sign an NDA, give them the material that you want to showcase in the riddles, have your content creators come up with something really cool. This is a very passionate community, and at the end of the day, we are an indie community. Indie developers are famous for being super interactive with their fans and listening to us way more than the fucking corporate suits do at the AAA industries like EA and Ubisoft. If Team Cherry doesn't really have the resources or the time to do these updates themselves, involve the community in it, I'm sure we would be more than happy to do that for them. All you need is a couple of big trusted names in the community, a couple of NDAs. Boom, voila, you have some fun Silksong stuff to do this summer, if the game is still a ways out. And at the very least, if we can't get any of that this summer, if all of that is way out of the picture, then this is really reaching low. But I feel like we deserve to be told that Silksong will not be showing an appearance in June, in any of those big shot events. Like I said, these events are usually in preparation for way in advance and take months and months to put together. So if Team Cherry's not gonna be there, I'm pretty sure they're already aware of it. And I don't know why it's such a taboo thing to expect them to just come out and straight up tell us, especially now when the momentum is so built up that they're not gonna be there in June. Last year when they told us that they're delaying the game, they did that in May. We were promised a release window of June. They waited so long till the very last minute to tell the community that they're not gonna be showcasing in June. That felt a lot of people upset and let down, and rightfully so. Because it's not like they were just about to meet it and they just missed that deadline, so they couldn't have told us in advance. My boy, it's a whole year after the fact and we still have nothing. So clearly it wasn't such a last minute decision. You could have told us way in advance that you're not gonna make that deadline. Way like back in February or even January. You didn't have to wait till May, and I really think you shouldn't repeat that mistake. When we have so much momentum built up, and if you're not gonna be showcasing the game in June, just let us know now. It's not unlike of Team Cherry to do that in the past. They used to tell us these things all the time. Yes, making trailers take time from development. Yes, writing blog posts take time from development. I get everyone is busy, but I don't think people are enough busy to just log on to their Twitter account and make a simple tweet that they're not gonna be showcasing in summer, so people aren't like waiting for nothing and hyped up for nothing. And this time is different from previous year. That's why I went through the whole timeline of what's been going on, because I know some people will tell me in the comments that, hey, they're not obligated to tell you anything. They don't owe you anything. And I was also one of those people back in February, and I still believe that they don't owe you anything. But come on, man, you have one of the most passionate and loyal fan bases ever. We're getting clowned on by every major publication, every company out there, and being used for clicks and clout. We deserve that at the very least, if nothing else, right? Am I crazy for saying that? And lastly, I made a tweet out today to Leth saying that, hey, if Silksong is still way out, let's do those riddles again. I'm gonna link the tweet in the description. You can go and like it to give it more engagement. I'm sure Leth will see it anyway, but I really wanted to reach and appease the wider community, so go show that tweet some engagement. Again, I would like to reiterate, this does not imply if the game is actually finally planned to be showcased in June. If that is the case, they don't need to do shit. They just need to let it cook. Because we're already so hyped, we're already expecting things, everyone's already after Summer Game Fest, Xbox has already told us more news coming soon, Summer Game has replied that they can't wait for Silksong. It's all already in the baking, and if the game is to be showcased in June, then Team Cherry really doesn't need to do anything but focus on their launch, make sure everything is in order, nothing gets leaked out, all that good stuff. This only implies if we still are unsure, because I really do not want a repeat of what happened last year. That's all I'm saying. And I'm so interested to read the comments on this video and very excited to hear your guys' takes. Also, if you like what I've been doing on my channel, consider supporting me by subscribing. We're closing up to 5,000 subscribers, and if I make it big on YouTube and I get more subscribers, I really want to do some fan-made Silksong merch. I've been having this idea since some community members in my Discord server made some LGBTQ emotes for Hollow Knight. I thought they looked very cool, and I have a fun series on my channel called Silksong with Primacon where I go over Silksong subreddit, and it's just like a fun time delving into Silksong debauchery. So my dream is to make some Silksong with Primacon game merch someday. Maybe we can make it happen. That's it from me for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video. Primacon out.